Hi, folks and friends on YouTube. Thanks for being here. I'm Still Dreaming is my channel, and this video is going to be about what I'm calling reflections on Christmas, or the note previous to this was Christmas reflections, which, same thing, same difference. Anyway, before we get into that Christmas or reflections on Christmas, I want to show that I still try to, in the morning, think of what we're going to eat for dinner, and then I write it down on this little mini chalkboard that I have. So tonight's dinner was a chicken torta with chips and salsa. So my chicken torta is almost gone now, but I should have showed it before I started eating it, but I wasn't ready to start making the video yet. And at the same time, I was just getting more and more hungry. So anyway, so if you want to make a quick chicken torta, just go to the market, and there's a grocery store close by to here, to our house. It's called Vallarta's. It's like a Mexican grocery store, and mostly Mexican grocery store. So you get the rolls there, and then I even went ahead and just got. This was a fast dinner, so I just got a rotisserie chicken, and then the rolls, and then so you just put mayonnaise, and then I like to put either sliced or diced green chili. So that's like the California chili or the Anaheim chili, the one that they use to make the chile rellenos. Okay, so that, and then sliced chicken with lettuce, and then the Mexican cheese that's there in the middle, and that's it, with chips and salsa. So that's what we had for dinner tonight. Okay, so and at the end of the video, I'll show you what I'm having for dessert. I made those earlier this evening. So back to the content for today's video. I'm calling it Reflections on Christmas. So these are my notes that I made, and I'll read them kind of fast because I don't want to bore anyone to death. And it's there's no particular order. It's just kind of random how it came to my head. So what I want to say is, okay, so the first note I wrote was that I feel I got more from Christmas 25 because I focused more on Advent season. So that's true. That is a true thing. This year for Christmas, I was more intentional and mindful of focusing on the holy season of Advent, and less on the secular worldly way that we're incursion influence to celebrate Christmas. So that was the first thing. The second thing is I put for number 2, 2025. Oh, that's right. So 2025 was a cancer journey that ended with best possible outcome for me, and it made Christmas more meaningful to me. So that's also very true. I have said before in other videos that I was diagnosed with cancer in November of 24. So all of 25 was chemo and radiation and whatnot. And lots of scans, lots of MRIs, lots of PET scans, and ultrasounds, and a lot of blood work and whatnot. So, but I completed all that, and as I said, I got the grace of God, the best possible outcome. So that also made Christmas more meaningful for me for this year. And then number 3, what I have accepted that Christmas 30 plus years ago and Christmas today are so different. That's okay. That's life. Change is inevitable. So yeah, you know, have reflected on this in the past, but I kind of reflected on it a lot this year, and that's just that as we age, you know, when we're young, we celebrate Christmas a certain type of way, but then the years go by, 50, you know, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 years later. So the way you celebrate Christmas when you're young, you know, maybe you're a young couple and you have young small children. So the way you celebrate Christmas at that time of your life versus the way you celebrate Christmas as a person in their late 50s and 60s and mid 60s is different. And so, and that's okay, you know, that's as it should be, you know. So, and then what did I, okay, so number 4, my happiest, oh, this is a true thing for me too. My happiest Christmases were when I was a small child and as an adult with small children. Those were the happiest Christmases of my whole life, which that's a very true statement for me once again. I feel like my happiest Christmas is when I was a child and my mom and dad made Christmas magic for me, and then when my kids were small and I was making Christmas magic for them, I got to, you know, you get to experience Christmas again, but as an adult, but you're seeing it through the eyes of your children, and that's as almost, you know, those are real special, precious times in your life that really need to be just cherished, because it's so fleeting. It goes so fast. So then moving on, number 5, the payoff of deep cleaning my kitchen, refrigerator, cupboards was worth the time and effort. It took off a lot of stress and frustration and irritation, and the kitchen ran more efficiently and smoothly. Yeah, so right, just a day or two before Thanksgiving, I spent a whole day and a half cleaning my kitchen, like a detailed deep clean, and going through my cupboards and my pantry, my refrigerator, freezer, and cleaning it all out and getting it ready for the holidays, you know. And it was nice. It was a payoff in the sense that, you know, as we got closer to the holidays and I was cooking more and baking and more, the kitchen was more organized. I knew right where to get something and all of that. And everything had been cleaned and sanitized and wiped down and put in the right place and all that. And then, what? Oh, whoops, sorry, you guys. Number 6, it was smart to take stock and inventory of my staple ingredients for... Yeah, so I, one day, like, it was just the beginning of the month, like the beginning of December, and I went and took inventory of all my ingredients, my staple ingredients for baking, and then I made a list of what I needed to re-up on, and that made the whole baking process just a lot more efficient, you know, doing it that way. And then I back in January I started looking for, well, I didn't necessarily start looking for them, but anytime I happened to spot a Christmas candle, but you know, the beginning of the year, January, February, March, and I would go ahead and buy it. So what I did was I did that, and some months I found 2, 1 month I found 3 Christmas candles. So then I collected them all. I kept them in a box underneath my bed, and by the time we got to Thanksgiving, I had a box full of Christmas candles, and they got me through till about December 15th, 16th. You know, and I was lighting candles every night. So Okay, so then this is almost, yeah, this is the last page. So this is a list of the things that I wanted to do for Christmas, and some of the things I was able to do, and lots of the things I was not able to do. So, decorate for Christmas, yes. Write my Christmas letter, yes. Bake Christmas cookies, yes. Go to confession, no. Christmas dinner at a nice restaurant, no. Visit my mom's grave at cemetery, no. Host a Christmas bingo night, yes. Attend Christmas concert at church, yes. Watch Christmas movies, yes. Go window shopping at the mall, no. Paint my nails for Christmas, no. See a movie and ice cream, no. Eat coconut shrimp, yes. Make Christmas video for YouTube, yes. Visit a sick friend or relative, no. Visit a Catholic church I haven't seen, no. Drive around looking at Christmas lights, yes. Listen to Christmas music, no, not so much. I'm talking about when you're in the car, driving around in the car, you know, listening to Christmas music. Then I didn't do as much of it, as much as I should have, and now I could kick myself for it. Call my father before Christmas, yes, I did do that. Attend Mass on Christmas Day with Vincent and Helena, yes, we did do that. Okay, now this is a quick thing I wanted to share. I found this. Okay, so here is my Christmas album. This was my Christmas letter for this year, for 2025 Christmas. And then, so I found this stationery, brand new stationery, one time at the thrift store. So it just so happens that inside the stationery was this, it was stationery from Hallmark. And there was this insert thing inside the package of this new stationery. It hadn't even been opened yet. And I wanted to read this because this is really good tips if you ever are want to write a letter, or if you're the type of person that wants to write a letter. So it says Hallmark Holiday Newsletter Idea Starters. Now listen to this. Get an angle. Use one of your family's interests as a theme, or consider a general theme like 10 things we're grateful for this Christmas. Share a reflection. If you learned something important or insightful, go ahead and share it. People would much rather read how you've changed internally this year versus the laundry list of the outward activities that mark a year. Make someone laugh. What's the funniest thing that happened to you this year? Tell that story as your holiday letter each year, and you'll be the all-time hit of everybody's mantle card collections. Do we really do Christmas cards anymore, you guys? We can't let that go, you guys. We just can't. Like, you know, the penny's on its way out. Come the first of the year, like, pennies are going to be, like, irrelevant, shall we say? These are the last pennies that I found inside our house. That's it. No more pennies, guys. They're on their way out. I saw this girl on TikTok. She had a cute idea. She said to go through your house and look for pennies and then make a Christmas ornament for 2025 with pennies, you know, as a memorial to the pennies. Anyway, so before long, well, Christmas cards are already a thing of the past. Anyway, back to, okay, so let everyone put in their 2 cents. Each family member writes a little bit about their year. You can even write a blurb from the family's pet point of view. That's cute. Include festive quotes. Inspirational or cheerful words can set the tone for your newsletter. Use one at the beginning or close of your season's greetings. Make a hits list. Put all your best ofs in one place. From most watched TV shows and top playlists to websites worth visiting and must reads. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. And then back to the topic of Advent. So, I have mentioned before that I am Catholic, and some of my content on my channel is Catholic related. And so I came up with this list. What did I call it? Things to do for the Advent season. So I came up with this list of things that I wanted to do for Advent, and the little check marks mean that I did it. And if it's a check mark with 1 or 2 or 3 more strikes, that means I did it multiple times. And then, well, if I didn't put a check mark, I did not do it. And I'm just sharing this because it's really, really like an actual real account of kind of what I did and what I didn't do for Christmas, and what my intentions were and what my follow through was. And some of it was successful and some of it was I dropped the ball. So, but it just goes to show that, well, that's how we are. You know, we could just give it our best shot. And in all honesty, if it's really well-meaning intention on our part to do something like this, it means a lot in God's eyes, you know. So, okay, so this is what I wrote for myself: things to do for Advent season. Make an Advent prayer list. Yes, I did do that. Tried to get along better with Robert during Advent. Yes, I did do that multiple times. Respond to the Holy Spirit when I feel prompted by Him. Yes. Learn about the symbolism of the Advent wreath. Yes. Talk to Vincent and Helena about the Advent wreath. Yes. That's my son and daughter, by the way. Be intentional this Advent season. Pull away from secularism. Yes, I was more conscientious of that. Plan to visit my sister-in-law Joyce this Advent season. It's checked off, but that fell through due to a unexpected death in her family. Her brother suddenly passed away, and so we had to cancel those plans. Okay, pick up a New Year 2026 Catholic calendar. Yes, I did do that. Write my annual Christmas letter. Inspire faith to others. Yes, I did that. Read every day from my book, He and I. No, I did not. Visit deceased loved ones at Santa Clara Cemetery. No, I did not. Get Baskin-Robbins ice cream and look at Christmas lights. Well, it wasn't Baskin-Robbins, but we did do that. It was Wendy's. Make plans with Vincent and Helena to treat G's for grandmother to dinner. That did not happen. Monday through Friday, watch daily mass on EWTN. No, that was not consistent. Start a Christmas rosary. No. Watch faith-based Christmas movies. Yes, I did do a lot of that. Host a hot chocolate Christmas bingo night. Yes, I was able to do that. Start a daily journal to reflect on the holy season of Lent. So I wanted to share that. I started it, but I didn't finish it. So I started this journal, this Advent journal, and I started it on the first Sunday of Advent, and that fell on November the 30th. And I got as far as, I didn't get that far, guys. Oops, sorry. I only made it to December 14th, to be honest. Sunday, 4th day Advent. So, so that was my Advent journal. Okay, start a daily journal. Okay, go to confession. No, I did not do that. Visit a Catholic church I've never been to before. I'm going to try to do that tomorrow. Make Christmas baked goods, foods for families and friends. Yes, I did do a lot of that. Do a random act of kindness in the spirit of giving. I did do that. Pray the rosary. I did that once. Share Advent season content with my YouTube channel. I did try to do that. And host a bonfire night. Talk about Jesus, eat, drink, be merry. No, we didn't get to have a bonfire. It rained. We're here in Southern California, and we had 4 days of rain. It was like a day and a half before Christmas Eve. Then it was all day Christmas Day, Christmas Eve. Then it was all day on Christmas Day, and then it went into the day after. The day after Christmas was rain, so we did not have a bonfire. We could have had it earlier in the month, but I kind of just had so much going on. So, and then the other thing, one last thing, this was helpful to me. Now, I just wanted to show this because I made this out of tissue paper. Okay, it's this stuff. It's called Mod Podge. And, well, chances are if you are watching this channel, you're somebody who knows what Mod Podge is. Am I saying it right? Mod Podge. Yeah, I'm saying it right. Mod Podge is this stuff. It looks like glue, but it's not sticky like glue. Well, it is sticky, but then when it dries with the sheen. So I made this little, this was just a notebook, just a regular notebook that I had in my desk drawer. And I used tissue paper, and I cut it to fit the outside of the notebook. And then I used Mod Podge to get it to stick, and then when it dries, it gives it a shine. It gives it a shine, okay? And then I use my printer to print the words here, and I cut it out to make like a little window. And then this is an Advent wreath. So what I did was I took, okay, so this is ribbon. This is ribbon, purple ribbon, pink ribbon, purple ribbon. Okay, so I cut the ribbon, and it's to look like candles. And then this is green tissue paper. So I cut did I cut it or tear? I think I used little scissors. And I cut green tissue paper, and then I put it down with a little paintbrush, with the Mod Podge. And then that stuck. And then the little red berries that's polish. That is red fingernail polish, and I made the little holly berries. And then the little flames on top of the candles are that's nail polish. That is yellow nail polish to make it look like the candles have little flames. And then on the inside were my notes to keep track of all the things that I wanted to do before Christmas, the days and the weeks up to Christmas. So that's how I kept track. And then I guess the very last thing to show is I did make my cookies. I did a short the video before this video is just a short, and it's just of my Christmas cookies. So these are all the cookies that I made. And, well, the blue ones are cookies. See, it's a list. I put Christmas cookies and appetizer list. So there were 10 cookie recipes, and then there were 8 appetizers. So the blue ones were the cookies, and the green highlighted ones are the appetizers. So I pretty much made all of these. And then this was the list of what I needed to shop for after I took stock and inventory of all my ingredients. Then I knew what I needed to go out and get to make this and that. And then I would finish the list, and then I would have to start another list. And then this was a list of who I gave cookies to. And then this was another list of just when I needed to either go to Smart and Final or the Dollar Tree, or So, but it was helpful to me to stay on track and focused with Christmas, just to keep things running smoothly, and then trying to get everything accomplished, and still get the real, true meaning of Christmas, which is, the celebration of the birth of our Lord. So, well, I guess that's everything, guys. I'm going to go ahead and close my video now, and we'll see what I come up with in my next video. I have no idea. I just go, when I have an inspiration, I just run with it. So this is the last thing. So I made these. I saw these on TikTok. So it's basically just a Ritz cracker. It doesn't have to be a Ritz cracker. It could be a generic, you know, a generic. And so you put a cracker, and then you melt chocolate. You get in a little saucepan. You can melt like half a stick of butter, and then you add some brown sugar, and you melt that together, and then you add chocolate chips or chocolate chips, and you melt it together, and then you pour it. Oh, you pour it on the little cracker. You put the little cracker inside a little cupcake liner, inside a cupcake baking pan, and then those are a little pomegranate seeds, and then yeah. So I like it cold, and it's not super cold anymore because I took it out of the refrigerator a little while ago because I wanted to show you guys what they look like. So I'm gonna take a bite, see what it tastes like. Hold on. It's pretty good, guys. It's pretty darn good, guys. You gotta try it. All right, well, I'm gonna say goodnight now. I'm gonna try to do one more video before the new year. All right, thanks for hanging out with me. Take care. Good night.